Welcome back, everybody. So we are still working on the Google Calendar. In the previous video, you were showed how to link your Manage by Calendar with your Google Calendar. How to make it more useful to yourself. I would ask you to please pay attention to every step because we'll be teaching our students to do this one in the coming few days. So you could be having a lot of calendars, and if you are not opening the Google Calendar, it might be a bit difficult to know what event is coming up a few days ahead. But instead of having to open the calendar each and every time to see what will be the event coming up, maybe 2 days beforehand you want to know what is coming up. So for example, I'll just click on this event. So this is from the Professional Learning Calendar by Joseph. So you'll see that it only tells me that it's about ATL Organization Professional Learning Calendar by Joseph, but it will not automatically notify me a few days ahead. So what you need to do, and you will teach all the students to do this, to go on the calendar which you want reminders for each and every event. So you'll go on that calendar, go on settings, you please scroll down and you'll see add notification. Click add notification. You'll see that there are two ways of doing this. You could be sending an email notification, or it will actually notify you on your device if you choose notification itself. So each and every student will have to do it by themselves. It all depends on how many days before the student prefer to have a reminder to be able to do a task. You can brief students about it, and even in your case you would know how much you need to prepare for a given task. So on that calendar, let's say we want to know what's coming up in 2 days time, so I'll just go choose the option days and 2 days ahead, and I'm good. You'll see that it will automatically save. Let's go back on the calendar and you'll see that all of them now have 3 lines. Okay, it tells me that 2 days before it will put a notification on my device, whichever device I have the Google Calendar, whether it be my mobile phone, my laptop, my iPad, you will see it over there. Okay, so students can also do the same thing for every calendar they will be adding on the Google Calendar. So for example, all my Form 3 students, for example, I could ask them add the calendar and ensure that before any task they have a 3-day notification. They could do that. You will not be able to see whether your colleagues or your students have added a notification, unfortunately. So in the second step, what you could do to send everyone a reminder, maybe you will be creating an event. All right, so you could just say the event, you could just put the date. I would prefer more options. So for example, maybe you need a location for this one. Do you need conferencing? No conferencing. Or maybe you want to do it on Hangout. So let's say E1. So again, do you want the notification to be a few minutes before? Do you want it to be a few hours before? It's really up to you. So maybe I'll say that before the event, the people have to be informed 3 days ahead. Now maybe we would like to have multiple notifications, so we don't want anyone missing out, always notifying them something's coming up. So notify maybe 1 day before or 1 week before. It's really up to you. Okay, so you could just save the event like this. All your guests could be added over here, for example, and of course have a title. You save the event, it will send the notification to everyone concerned. Okay, so I will not be creating any event as such. in my case. So yeah, do remember we've done two things. You could create a notification for yourself where you go on the calendar, you go on settings, and you will go to event notification, add notification. Or if you want to inform others about a meeting, you want to inform a whole group, you want to inform your class about a meeting, you go on create and more options and you will add. I hope this is useful to you. Thank you.